Hello and welcome to the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. It's Thursday, July 29th, 2021. Joining us for the Thursday installment in this market update as we begin to wind down the month of July, heading into August. And man, look at this market. Bitcoin shaped up in the month of July, right? Here we are knocking on heaven's door at 40K, but seemingly can't get it opened. Of course, to discuss all this price action and more this Thursday afternoon, I got two of my CC analysts here with us, Alex and Jason. As always, how are you boys doing this afternoon?
I'm well, thank you.
Good.
Just living the dream one day at a time.
All right. Well,
Is that sarcastic? Is he not living the dream? Are you
No,
okay?
No, I am. That was not sarcasm.
Oh, okay. Sorry, you can't say that anymore. That's ruined. You can't say that you're living the dream.
I'm bringing it back.
all right. Well, he's bringing that back indeed. And how's the group trades? Everything doing? I see Luna is on one of the leaders. One of the leading tokens on bubbles today, so I figure you must have hit another take profit on your Luna trade. Anything else you wanna?
We might be out of Luna. We might
Yeah,
already
I think you already smoked all 3 TPs.
Oh, nice. Well then.
SPX, I believe, your band trade hit. SXP hit TP1. Yeah, hats off to Alex because I'm in some good trades that have been hitting TPs, but his system's been calling quite a few of them and nailing them. So
I think we haven't hit take profit one yet. I think we're just a little shy of it.
On which one?
Band?
Well, I just saw in the premium lounge that someone had posted that we hit TP1 on it. Maybe they were wrong.
It's possible that their entry was just a little better than ours.
Possible.
All right. Well, congrats to hitting all those take profits. Hope everyone is doing well this afternoon. Of course, the show, as always, going to go a solid 2 hours. First hour, as always, we're going to go from this intro into a quick review, some of the latest price action before we get into the news and shout out our audience. Of course, we're going to get into the main technical analysis somewhere in this first hour, and by the second hour, we're going to be getting into your chart requests, your questions, anything at all you can drop in the chat. D-Live users as well. I'm going to get that chest opened in about an hour and 45 minutes into the show, so hang tight for that, guys. And otherwise, I guess we're about good and ready to get started, so let's do it. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Let's give Bitcoin a look. Here it is on the daily, and we've marched up quite tidy like in the last week or so. But it seems like this 40K has really been a major point of resistance. Got some decent wicking action into the 40s, but just can't seem to get a daily close above it.
Weaving around 40K.
Although
we're spinning the web.
Although I should correct myself. Yesterday closed, at least on Bybit, like 40 on the dot. So we did get at least one daily close above 40, but still, it seems like if we can't make this hurdle here, should we be prepared for a couple red candles from here today? Let's say today's candle ends. Oops, let's put a red color on this candle here. Should we be prepared for excuse me, a few candles like this to come down before we make our march higher? That's what I certainly wonder. If we have a shelf of support, maybe somewhere around the 35K range, I wonder do we have to revisit 35 before we overcome 40? And that's what comes next, or are we going to get a nice fat move from here? I guess that remains. Yeah, I guess that remains to be seen. I might reference the poll we posted yesterday or the other day. See what our audience thinks. The poll, of course, I was asking, 42K first or 35K stop off before that. I guess we're gonna find out. I'm really hoping we're not top down here. Hoping this is start saying magical. Let's have a look at Ethereum. Yeah, it's actually marching up pretty good. Is Ethereum finally Ethereum preparing to lead this move? It's still mostly stuck under resistance as well, though. Not a whole lot here to mention. Hopefully it does continue. What's the Ethereum Bitcoin pairing look like? Oh, all right. It's picking. It seems to have bottomed out on yesterday's move. Currently bouncing. Ethereum and Bitcoin still a bit bearish, still below the daily baseline, but maybe this is the start of something here. Maybe the Ethereum will begin picking up some steam.
Yeah, you're just gonna ruin my entire. You're just gonna take over all the TA eventually, aren't you?
I'm not. I'm actually going to slowly phase this segment out. But that's a story for another day, guys. We have some changes coming to the show in the near future. This initial price action reference is going to be, dramatically reworked. With that said,
You're gonna get rid of Jack Stack?
Yes, something like that.
Just stop going over the Dixie.
That too. EOS $3.90, still ticking up. And XRP giving a little bit back after yesterday's move. Yesterday's candle was pretty tidy as well. Let's have a look here. Yeah, EOS did close like a 12%. Sorry, EOS. XRP closed like a 12% move yesterday, currently giving back a little bit of that, but somewhat of a close below.
Supposedly off the back of that liquidity on demand program they've got going on.
Right. All right. Well, maybe some good news for XRP in that case. Oh, here's DOT and still charging forward. Today's candle working up a storm here for just increased over $15. Yes, is DOT back? I certainly hope so. Kusama, not really doing much sideways. Here's a look at Cardano. Not quite as exciting as some of the other tokens. Doge, mostly sideways. Not a whole lot to say here. Oh, gold. Big time move. What do you guys think about this gold? Well, not a lot of volume, not a lot of watt on this one.
Silver looks like it's springing too.
Well, I was saying this was gonna happen earlier in the week. I didn't expect that big of a move.
Nice
but
move. Well, wait till
I was saying that I was expecting to find some support down there and move up towards 1850, maybe even the 1900s.
Well, in that case, we're right on track for that call. Let's take a look at Dixie. I bet you it's going to be the inverse of what we're seeing on gold. Precisely what's going on here is Dixie beginning its big tumble. I'll save any further analysis for Alex. Oh, what's this? Dow Jones posting new all-time highs. Pretty much, I think it wicked into new all-time highs in today's price action. It certainly did.
I'll tell you, if the market continues upwards, I'm going to be so happy to be wrong here.
Right. This is one of those ones where it's not your job to be right. It's just your job to be in the right position.
Yeah.
Indeed. Quickly, let's give SPX a look about what the same. It's all-time highs on the S&P, gentlemen. Finally, what's the China 50 doing? Oh, looks like yesterday's bounce, little retracement from that epic sell-off. Well, that's done and over with. The sell-off continues. It's down again today. Let's take a look here. About 2.5%. All right, gonna keep my eye on the China market, but that is your brief look at some of the latest price action. Let's see what Bitcoin does next. I'm just gonna flip my Bitcoin to the hourly, and let's get into the next segment, shall we? And that's gonna be bubbles, crypto bubbles. What's going on the bubbles chart? Big day for Rune and Quant, apparently. Rune's up 27%. Quant is up 31%. You also got the likes of Pirate Chain. Pirate Chain putting in 11% performance today. Luna up 8%. And the remainder of these tokens are a bit of a mixed bag. Some minor gains. BCH made a 6% bubble today. Here's BCH. Ampleforth still having a pretty solid day. I think Ampleforth is also around the all-time highs. 6% move on Ampleforth. Solana is up about 6% as well. And everything else is down about, up or down about single digits, 5%. A couple tokens here that had a pretty rockin' day that are not on the bubbles list are the likes of Band. I think Band is up at least over 10% today. I think Band's up like 10%. Yep.
That's one Alex is in.
Oh, that's right. That's one of the ones you mentioned earlier in the show. Yeah, Band is up, and there's a few others as well doing all right, like the Willy Woo token I think is up today. Woo Trade is up like 10%. Oh yeah, Polka Starter, that's right. One of my tokens in my bag. Polka Starter is also up like 10% today. So
Check bags.
yes, the alts are doing good things by way of me. All right, there's a brief look at the bubbles. Let's go ahead and yeah, hop into the news. See what we have today. It's gonna be another slow news day, which isn't a bad thing. It does save more room on the other side of the show for yeah, more TA, more requests, etc. All right, this first piece comes from U.Today, and it's titled "Cryptocurrency User Population Keeps on Growing with 80% Growth Rate Since January." All right, let's see if we can give this metric a little closer look. Let's see this. According to new research by Crypto.com, quantity of cryptocurrency users has doubled since January, hitting 221 million users. Growth by 100 million users has taken place since January to July. In comparison, Crypto.com analysts noted a growth rate of 65 million users counted when the initiative started. All right, so they've seen a notable uptick in the cryptocurrency space. What do you guys think? You think we're seeing more since January? I certainly think we've seen a lot of people come on board. I mean, that was
I think that data proves it, right?
That was well, this is Crypto.com's data. I don't know how massaged this might be, what it's necessarily based on. Maybe it's just active wallets, etc., etc. But seemingly, guys, you know, if looking back at it, it all makes sense. January to July was well, maybe not till July. Let's say January, the earlier part of the year, January through May was one epic rally, as we all know. That kind of frothy price action is exactly what attracts new users, and you know, new users do help. You know, to pour money into the crypto black hole and make number go up. So here's to hoping growth in this space, growth in user adoption continues, as it certainly seems good for the price. Let's have a look here. Yes, this is the part I'm warning about. The counting methodology to estimate the global number of cryptocurrency users combines on-chain data and other parameters. According to the research, accelerated cryptocurrency adoption started back in 2020 when the DeFi sector began to grow and PayPal introduced a crypto payment gateway for users from the US in November. One of the most important news that affected user database growth rates was institutional adoption by Grayscale and MicroStrategy. All right, well, that's very loosely attributed to it. I think it's something as simple as, you know, the Doge meme went wild, and normies piled in thanks to Gates opening at PayPal and say Robinhood, and not so much news of institutional adoption at Grayscale. I mean, I could imagine there's probably people who are you know, already initiates into crypto space who aren't totally familiar with either MicroStrategy or Grayscale. They just like Doge. They're here for the memes. They're here for you know, all the excitement, I guess, all the price action excitement. Here's to more price action, I guess. They attract even more users. All right, get into the next piece here. This is from the Bitcoin magazine. PayPal is planning to expand Bitcoin buying to the UK, and wallet withdrawals are in progress. All right, let's take a look here. Again, this kind of dovetails from the story we just covered. This type of on-ramping is good. Is good for the space. More users, especially in the Western world, with lots of disposable income to hopefully come gamble in this great big crypto casino. PayPal's launch of Bitcoin buy and sell services in the UK could soon allow thousands to gain exposure to the cryptocurrency's price movements. PayPal President and CEO Dan Schulman has issued new details about the payment giant's Bitcoin and crypto services expansion. As part of the company's Q2 earnings call on Wednesday, Schulman hinted at the possibility buy and sell functionality would be available in the UK as soon as next month. A development that would find it following through on promises issued as far back as February. Although the call contained no mention of Bitcoin directly, Schulman said the company is adding functionality to its Venmo crypto services, which, if launched in the UK, could allow thousands to gain exposure to Bitcoin's price. Schulman also said that, quote, "We're seeing strong adoption and trading of crypto on Venmo. In this quarter, we expanded the Venmo value proposition to allow merchants and consumers to pay for goods and services and receive buyer and seller protections for commerce transactions." Wow, you know that thing they said about the immutability of crypto? Well, maybe if you make that crypto transfer for a Big Mac combo that goes bust, maybe Venmo might even be able to comp you some of that back. So, wow, we're really.
Hey, are you okay? You sound like you got a sore throat today.
Yeah, I kind of have a slight. So maybe let me get some water, guys. I'm sorry. Let me get.
No, you're good.
No, it's no problem. I mean, it's because like if you're
I'm
not
otherwise
feeling
fine,
well,
but I'm sure that sounds annoying coming through the mic. I didn't realize it was that raspy. But give me a second. I'll get a sip of water, and we'll continue here. All right, give me a second. Maybe you guys can tell me
yeah.
about the
Bill
virtues of
Schulman
PayPal
was
trading.
short in his remarks on the company's most requested feature, the ability for users to make use of some of Bitcoin protocol's most basic components, namely withdrawing Bitcoin to their own wallets. Today, PayPal merely allows customers to buy and sell Bitcoin internally via and that's all I got, guys.
Form of internal IOU,
Yeah, what he said.
and that's all it says.
Yeah.
All right, let me get back in time to scroll down for you to keep reading. Hold up.
Eh.
All right. Let's have a sip here, guys. Let's try to improve the audio quality of the stream, even just a little bit. All right. Indeed. So, namely withdrawing Bitcoin to their own wallets. Today, PayPal merely allows customers to buy and sell Bitcoin internally. Schulman hinted such an update may be part of a larger effort at the company to debut an updated product it calls Super App, which would offer high yield savings, early access to direct deposit funds, new and improved bill pay functionality, messaging capabilities, as well as an additional crypto capabilities and customized deals and offers. I like this. Line of extra functionality that a lot of crypto apps wouldn't have. That's very slick, including bill payments functionality. Lord knows crypto could use some of that. High yield savings, so something like what BlockFi offers, some kind of, I guess you could even call DeFi functionality. Not quite DeFi, but something at least that competes with DeFi offerings, all in one neat little PayPal managed app. PayPal sure has its sights set high, guys. This is good.
Not bad.
I mean, it's good for crypto. It helps with adoption.
Yep.
I don't think it's going to have an immediate impact on price, but this is good long term.
Oh, I don't think it's gonna have any effect on price either, especially in the interim. But yeah, long haul stuff, like every little bit of news we get like this is one step closer, right?
Indeed. All right. Well, there's not a whole lot more to add to that, except for Schulman shilling PayPal's prospects in the cryptocurrency space. So there's always that. And PayPal, love them, hate them. They're certainly a leader in fintech, and it's good to have them driving the agenda forward. All right. Enough on PayPal. Let's go ahead and get into this piece from Trust Nodes. $2 billion worth of Bitcoin withdrawn from exchanges. Yes, this whale alerts continuing today with more big on-chain movements, raising some eyebrows. Guys, let's see if there's anything interesting at all to glean from this bit of on-chain reporting. Some $2.4 billion worth of Bitcoin has been withdrawn from major crypto exchanges in the past week, according to blockchain analytics. About 60,000 Bitcoins were withdrawn in the past 7 days from exchanges like Coinbase, Bitstamp, or Kraken. 7,300 tokens worth nearly 300 million were withdrawn in just the past 24 hours alone. And out of a total 1.9 million Bitcoin held on these exchanges, worth about 77 billion, or about 10% of the supply. All right. So that's not an insignificant amount to be on the move. It feels good knowing that the order books are just that much thinner. Bullish? What do you guys think? Bullish? It's certainly better than, I guess, hearing billions of dollars in Bitcoin flooding to exchanges for sale. This could be, Bitcoin generally when it leaves an exchange, where does it go, right? Cold storage. OTC deal, long-term stock drawer fund management. In the end, less supply on the open market. With any luck, that's the case here. And price goes up. Coinbase and Binance have seen the biggest withdrawals, combined 45,000 bitcoins in the past week, with the two being some of the biggest custodians as well. This reversal is the first since April, when the amount held on exchanges rose from 1.8 million to more than 2.0 million. This Monday, a very sharp fall in the supply has been experienced since, with sentiment data suggesting supply in exchanges is near all-time lows, as pictured in the featuring image. For BYBT, April 20th had about 1 million coins less, with these data diverging due to...
Bybits? Do
they have an analytics arm that they call BYBT? I'm not too sure. It's definitely not Bybit. I've been seeing this one out a lot lately. Maybe it's affiliated. Maybe it's affiliated with Bybit, but it is it's some kind of analytics firm. Let's see here. Constantly changing custodian addresses, and because the blockchain is pseudonymous, thus these have to be estimates. Indeed, these are roughly estimates, and so therefore this probably never results in too much actionable data, but nonetheless, exchanges at Binance and Coinbase, among others, really starting to add up here. This is good. This could very well be good. People maybe packing their bags for an extended cycle, for all we know. With any luck, this thinned out order book, even just a little bit, might result in less selling pressure and hopefully something to fuel the next rocketed rally. Finland readying to sell its drug-tainted Bitcoin fortune. All right, some Bitcoins get withdrawn from the market. Others.
See, Bitcoin really is just like the dollar. It's drug-tainted.
There you go.
Let's take a look.
Crypto.
Let's see how many they have here. Finnish Customs has issued a tender for crypto brokers in order to sell its Bitcoin riches, which are mainly linked to drug-related crimes. Candidates from all over the European Union will be able to submit their applications until the 30th of August. Up to 3 brokers could be selected for carrying out such a sale. The agency's chief financial officer claims that if the customs wants to find a way to safely and reliably sell seized crypto in the future, which means it'll have to be not a one-off event. Quote, "We ask for interested operators to participate in tendering. Our aim is to create a permanent procedure through which we can safely and reliably realize cryptocurrencies forfeited to the state also in the future. The chosen operator must extensively fulfill the requirements of legislation on cryptocurrencies." All right, trusted partner to help Finland move some dirty BTCs. Let's have a look. The power of hodling. The country's authorities are currently sitting on $78 million worth of crypto. All right, it's not too bad. Government agency originally announced its plan to get rid of the crypto back in January. Prior to that, it was hesitant to organize a sale out of concerns that its coins might once again end up in the hands of criminals. Well, ain't that tough. Finnish customs workers seized one point. Go ahead.
Beeflo asks, do you think those Bitcoin would still have some drug residue on them?
Oh yeah. I mean, 90% of all fiat has cocaine.
Well, in this case, yes, the chain analytics is going to be, screaming foul. But that's that's the world of Bitcoin. It's likely, many of the Bitcoins we hold, assuming they date back many years, maybe you have some fresh coins, not too old, fresh from miners in recent years. Maybe not so much those ones, but a lot of the supply did circulate through the dark web, especially in the early days of Bitcoin. A lot of the coins could be dirty. Thankfully, that's not the biggest concern just yet in the space. Coin blacklists would be horrible for Bitcoin. Let's see here. So they seized 1.1 million euro worth of Bitcoin back in 2016 from individuals related to Valhalla, which was one of the earliest dark web marketplaces in the world. Valhalla server was then confiscated by Finnish authorities back in 2019, which put an end to the website's 6-year run. Had it sold its Bitcoin holdings, Finland would have missed out on a massive 5,700 profit. Yes, it goes to show you, governments around the world. It's seize the coins and hodl. Hodl gang for life. Yes, if you dumped them as soon as you got them, like a dirty airdrop back in 16, you would have missed out on, well, nearly 6,000% gain. So there you have it. If anybody, I guess, is from the EU and you're a big enough of a baller, maybe you're a Philly car over there, maybe you got enough of a business account to put in a bid on some of this $78 million in cryptocurrency fortune. They did say they want 3 brokers, so, you know, get 3 of your friends, put up 25 million apiece, buy yourself some tainted coin. All right. Let's have a look here. All right, so this is the PayPal story yet again. I'll skip this for now. All right, BlockFi, the New Jersey order against BlockFi is extended. Now Vermont is issuing a notice to crypto lenders. BlockFi in trouble, guys. Something we covered. I think we did cover the BlockFi story last week. Let's have a look here. What's the update here on July 28th? Zach Prince, CEO of crypto finance firm BlockFi, explained that the company has been engaged in a productive discourse with U.S. regulators. Prince further said that New Jersey Bureau of Securities had extended the state's previous order to September 2nd. Meanwhile, the company has issues with Vermont's Department of Financial Regulation now, as the state's commissioner filed an order against the firm's BlockFi interest accounts. Man, I've heard a lot. I haven't dug too far into this. I don't know if others have. BlockFi, of course, is like, you know, one of the things, of course, lacking in Bitcoin is DeFi, right? DeFi functionality. So if you do want to earn interest maybe on some of your Bitcoin holdings, BlockFi seemingly is like one of the first go-tos I hear a lot of people mention, right? Deposit your Bitcoin with BlockFi. They're US based, they're pretty legit, and they offer a pretty generous interest rate on all Bitcoin deposits. But every time I read about that, I hear other people mentioning, no, BlockFi is somewhat of a scam. They're never going to be able to honor those interest rates long term. Some kind of funny business going on with the finances over at BlockFi. That's the allegations, and I wonder if the Vermont Financial Regulating Authority, Department of Financial Regulation over Vermont, and as well as New Jersey, clearly, just a sign that indeed not all is well over at BlockFi. Something to consider. All right, how much time do I have here? Not a lot, so I'm not sure if I want to read this whole breakdown of all the political back and forth. But let's see here. There's an update here from the CEO. One update I want to share with you following discussion is that the New Jersey Bureau of Securities has further postponed the effective date of the previous order. All right, well, that's basically all there really is to it. BlockFi, Binance. Seems like nobody can get a break in this space. Buyer beware as always. Cryptocurrency exchange operators Huobi, OKCoin to close Beijing subsidiaries amid China's crackdown. Man, the hits just keep on coming to the space, right? The latest moves by Huobi and OKCoin follow the central government's actions against businesses related to Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. BTC China, which once ran the country's largest crypto exchange, completely exited from Bitcoin-related activities in June. And this is highly unfortunate. How will we survive without, big involvement from the Chinese consumer base? The operators of crypto exchanges Huobi and OKCoin are closing their respective subsidiaries in Beijing, dealing another blow to investors in Bitcoin and other digital tokens in mainland China amid the latest crackdown on the sector. Well, guys, I can't believe it. China's banning Bitcoin is for real this time. Beijing Huobi's network technology company applied last Thursday to cancel the company's registration after a resolution of dissolution was filed. Creditors must declare their claims in the liquidation group within 45 days. All right, so on and on it goes. This followed an announcement by OKCoin company's Beijing operations. Yes, founded by a controversial Chinese entrepreneur who was under investigation by Chinese authorities last year. Oof, well, I hope they had a plan B. Hope they had escape plans. Changes are leaving China. Where do they, at least their operations there? Man, the Chinese crackdown is real. All right, I'm not
Well, yeah,
gonna.
I mean, it doesn't make sense to be selling in that kind of atmosphere, which is, of course, like people say, oh, Bitcoin could survive the US government banning it. Yeah, Bitcoin would survive it, but we wouldn't really be able to use it.
Yes, it would be troublesome, and I'm glad that at the very least that we seemed, Bitcoin is seeing a bit of crypto, maybe even seeing a bit of an
Yeah.
exodus from the east coming to the west, and it's being somewhat welcomed here with open arms. Thank God, and yeah, bless our luck for that. Again, we've come pretty far, guys. We've come from the China centralization FUD, China energy concern FUD, etc., 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 to well, here we are. The new Bitcoin now resting, the Bitcoin crown seemingly resting now in the Western world. Not all is that bad. All right, finally, another item. We'll get into the next piece here. Elon Musk confirming Tesla's Bitcoin holdings. All right, so let's see here. I know there might have been some rumors that Tesla might have unloaded more than they let on, but let's see here. 42,000 coins. They own about 1.4 billion worth. So Elon Musk says here we don't have that many coins, but it's close. All right. So Elon confirming they do have probably over a billion. Come again?
Probably like one less than that. It's like, no, we have less than that.
Yeah, Tesla disclosed a $1.5 billion Bitcoin bet on its 10K report issued in February. The mammoth purchase, of course, sent the currency flying as well. The company took some chips off the table in March and booked a $100 million profit in April, a move that's supposed to put the crypto's liquidity to a test. By trimming its position, Tesla managed to significantly boost its Q1 earnings. Due to a huge price crash, Tesla had recorded a $23 million Bitcoin-related impairment loss in the second quarter. The company didn't add anything to its crypto holdings since. All right, Musk remains a crypto supporter indeed. All right, well, that's not even too bad, I guess. Buy $1 billion of Bitcoin, I guess 23 million in drawdown or temporary negative P&L is not too bad. I mean, I'd probably lose my lunch if I saw even a fraction of that in drawdown, but alas, this is what happens when you're a big boy. You buy $1 billion plus worth. You got to be ready
Spend money to make money.
Got to be ready to stomach, multi-million-dollar drawdown, tens of millions of dollars in drawdown.
Welcome to the game. Welcome to the jungle.
Yep.
You're in the jungle now, baby.
All right, one last piece here. I'm going to touch on Stoner Cats causing trouble on Ethereum as the NFT cartoon goes live. Sales of NFT tokens for Stoner Cats, the new adult cartoon featuring Ethereum creator Vitalik Buterin alongside Hollywood A-listers, resulted in losses totaling 344 ETH. That's about 800,000 US. To fans yesterday due to influx of buyers who overwhelmed the Ethereum network and failed transactions, according to data from Dune Analytics. Wow. The show, which sold NFTs that gives buyers the ability to stream it, also stars Chris Rock, Jane Fonda, Mila Kunis, Ashton Kutcher, the 10,420 Stoner Cat NFTs that went up for sale yesterday for about 0.35 ETH each. That's about $800 each. Sold out within 35 meow minutes. Meow mutts. Meow nuts. Meow nuts. 35 minutes, according to the show's official Twitter account. As the rush to grab Stoner Cat NFTs jammed the Ethereum network, gas fees spiked from $9.50 all the way up to $33, according to Analytics DeFi Prime. The firm joked on Twitter that, as usual, cats clogged the Ethereum network. Indeed, I do remember the first cat clogging, a reference to one of the first popular NFT projects, CryptoKitties, which caused so much congestion on Ethereum in late 2017 that it slowed the network to a crawl. Yes, I do remember that. I remember when Ethereum indeed nearly came to a halt thanks to the CryptoKitties back in 17, and I do remember, and that's what got me involved in thinking about alternative smart contract platforms. I thought Ethereum wouldn't last this long. I went heavy into EOS and others, but here we are. Same Ethereum blockchain, same cat problem, it seems. There was much excitement in the Ethereum network for the launch of Stoner Cats, which was entirely funded through the sale of NFTs that grant holders exclusive access to the show's content. While all NFTs for the show's first episode are sold out, the production team plans to release a further 3,000 NFTs each episode and to continue making the series as long as fundraising goals are met. The show is produced by Kunis, whose husband Kutcher has been an investor in crypto and other blockchain projects for years, including Ripple, Bitcoin, and Dapper Labs. Startup between NBA Top Shot, runaway success to help spark this year's NFT resurgence. All right, so he's also, we just looked at go figure, we just looked at NBA Top Shot yesterday on the show. I wasn't aware that Kutcher and Kunis were investors. Kunis' company.
To be honest, I almost bought them to flip it, but I didn't want to have to risk losing gas, which a lot of people did.
Clearly.
For what it's worth, if you had bought it and you were holding on to it, right now you can sell it for more than you bought it for. None of them, zero of them, I checked this morning, are selling below the mint price of 0.35. They're all like 0.4, 0.45 or above. So, if you managed to mint some and you held on to it, it was probably worth it. But a lot of people lost some money. I didn't really want to risk it. But I thought it was an interesting flip opportunity. I've been in their Discord for like a couple weeks. It ended up, I decided not to take the play.
Maybe it was the right move, given that nearly $800,000 in Ethereum gas was lost in failed transactions. So count your blessings. Maybe you made out okay by opting not to buy. All right. Well, now I've learned a little bit about this Orchard Farm Productions, the Kunis' company, which teamed up with Big Head Club to develop Stoner Cats, whose founders had worked on CryptoKitties and NBA Top Shot. All right. Well, we've come full circle indeed. There's a brief look at the news, guys. This took longer than I had anticipated, but there was a couple fun stories in here. Now I know why Ethereum gas prices were spiking so high yesterday. Now I know. All right. Let's hop into the live chat. Let's see who's kicking it with us this afternoon. Our audience, as of course, legendary in their support and commitment to this show. Let's put this up on screen, shall we? Here we go. Who's first in the chat this morning? It was, let me drag this down a touch more. All right, here we go. Ron Legato. Shout outs to you, Ron. You're here first today. Shout outs indeed. B-Flow first. Nope, you didn't make it first, B-Flow, but Ron wins again indeed. But B-Flow, welcome back. Rot died over on D-Live's with us. He writes first again, Rot. You're first for D-Live, but not quite first for the chat. Daniel's with us as well. Daniel, what happened? Usually snipe the first place. Comment in the mornings. Ron Legato and B-Flow beat you to it. Mr. Ether, FTX now owns Blockfolio, and my app icon changed last night.
Yeah, they just finished rebranding over. That was also a news article that I didn't end up posting it. I didn't know it was a big deal, but apparently it affects some of our members.
Interesting. No, I don't use Blockfolio, but that is certainly a popular and established app. I wasn't aware that FTX had taken it over. Now I know. Thank you, Mr. Ether. Rolo Maximus, hey people. Shoutouts to Rolo. Brix is with us in the D-Live chat. Shoutouts to Brix. Hi, everyone. Hi to you. Taz Blitz writes, good evening, folks. Shoutouts to Taz. Let's see here. Brix asks, good morning, should I 100x leverage Bitcoin long with my life savings? I heard that was always a good idea. Thank you. All right. Well, those emojis tell me this was just having a laugh. Nobody ever touch 100x on the slider, please. Bricks, disclaimer, not a good idea. Thank you for the disclaimer. It's good to clarify that. Daniel Jack, y'all should look at Solar Wind Token Project. Never heard of it. What is the Solar Wind Token Project? Crypto Rick is with us on YouTube.
You need more water, buddy?
I might, yes, in just a second. Ron Legato, B-Flow, first time this week. Yes, first time you won. Keep knocking, but you can't come in, certainly. B-Flow, I hit TP1 with banned. I entered an hour after the signal was posted.
That's why.
Well, there you go. All right. Let's see here. Brick says, I heard lemons were getting listed on Binance at $20 trillion valuation. Well, that would be something. Don't let the secret out of the bag, Bricks. We may never get another lemon donation again. Let's see here. Can we plant lemon trees in our metaverse? Yes, that would be cool, would it not? Farm. Maybe CZ. No, see, Justin's son. Maybe Justin's son bought out a little corner in the metaverse. Planted a DLive banner entry. Maybe you enter the metaverse, get comped free DLive lemons when you join that part of the island. That would be cool. It's ideas. These are ideas that we're going to be able to expand on like crazy once we all live out our lives in VR in the metaverse.
Metaverse.
All right, Crypto Cash on YouTube, another user that's relatively new. Crypto Cash, shoutouts to you. Be sure to follow and subscribe. You know we do this every day, right? Thinking of selling all my Chainlink and buying MATIC dealings. All right, Crypto Cash, I'll certainly look at Link and MATIC later on in the show and try to answer this question for you.
Why don't we make a synthetic chart?
Synthetic chart that combines...
We can make a Link to MATIC chart. We'll
Gotcha.
divide Link USD by MATIC USD, and we can get a Link MATIC.
Well, I mean, that's...
I always like when we do that because it blows people's minds who's never done that on TradingView.
Indeed. Well, yeah, I look forward to seeing that demonstrated on the air. Crypto Cash, welcome to the show, and stand by. We'll get into that in just a little bit. Let's see here. Frosh the Frog on Twitch. What are your thoughts on the relief rally? I mean, are we seeing the relief rally right now? Are we not from the 20?
Did we technically already have one?
Yeah,
I thought we did.
Yeah, we're up 30% from where we were like a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, we're just waiting for a continuation or not.
I'm in several alts that are up like a couple 100%. Like there's stuff is like pretty up off the ground. So I feel like we may have already had it. Maybe we'll continue moving up. So we'll see.
Patient.
Indeed. Crypto Bull 21, less China is better for Bitcoin. U.S. banks are approved to hold Bitcoin already. Yes, that's we are turning the corner in the history of crypto on this planet. Alex81SG, did you catch the FUD article of the day? Congress fears DeFi financial 9/11. What? No, I might dig that up and take a look at it later. Wow, is DeFi literally going to bring the financial system down? Is that what Crypto Briefing is implying? Hilarious.
Literally terrorism.
Literally financial terrorism. I know. We'll have to. I might explore that just a little bit. Chico thinks that no way would the U.S. ever ban Bitcoin. The elites love Bitcoin. Well, I certainly hope they do, and I hope they buy up my bags eventually. It's the return of the private bank ledger money. Could very well be the case. So they see it coming, says Crypto Bull 21. Circa 1800s America. Yes. David Rice, good morning all. Shoutouts David. Rolo Maximus says maximum cringe stoner cats. I'm not sure if it's max cringe. I'm not sure where I am on the stoner cats thing.
Pretty cringe. I mean, Vitalik Buterin, and however you say his last name, I still don't know. Vitalik
Butter.
is going to be one of the voice actors. Like, why? Is it because he is a stellar voice acting talent, renowned across the world?
He looks like he has lupus.
I guess I'll have to give the show a shake. You know, I'll see if it's funny.
You don't own one of the NFTs.
If only it were that. If only
You're
it
not
were like
welcome.
that. If only it were like that.
You don't get to watch it, buddy.
I'm certain I can.
Very quick around the draw.
I'm sure I can still get to watch it, just without the satisfaction of knowing that you know, I've owned or paid for the privilege to do so.
You own Vitalik's voice.
Boy. All right. Twitch.
Are you gonna Bitcoin it?
Twitch user Electric writes, those gas fees were insane for about an hour. Come again?
I said you wouldn't steal a car. You wouldn't download a car.
Yes.
Or would you?
That old RIAA commercial.
Exactly. Don't copy that floppy. Basically. Don't know what that is? Then I suggest you guys Google that. Might be before your time. There was there's
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Don't copy that floppy. PSA for Anti-piracy PSA from the 90s, guys. It's a piece of history. Profit Bear. Okay, guys. My trading game might be a little on hold. I'm looking to play some Halo Infinite Tech Flight. Yes, the FPS. Profit Bear, I got no idea what you're talking about. I'm here to hit the like button.
Is that on the Oculus? Because that'd be pretty sweet.
Definitely not. I don't think so. Halo Infinite Tech Flight. I guess this is a Halo game. Well, Profit Bear, hit me up on Xbox Live. I'll give you my gamer tag. Maybe we'll Master Chief sometimes. Let's see here. Loot Patient on YouTube.
That sounds so dirty. Why is
that? You made Halo sound awful.
Yeah, you made it weird, Jack. How'd you make it weird?
God.
Do you want to play some Halo?
Yeah,
you guys
want to go back to our Chiefs.
You guys really know how to pour the salt on the wound. Man, my salt levels are spiking right now. All right, Loot Patient, thank you for the news. All right, my pleasure. P-Low 323 on Twitch. Can you guys please look at Luna and Theta? Sure, I'll add those to the request line. Let's see. I have to pass the trophy to someone else for a change, says Daniel. Well, you certainly did today. Boris Bitcoin, hello friends. Thoughts on TD9 setup for Okay, well, I will add that to the request line as well. Back to the show, Mr. Boris Bitcoin. Let's see. You can add a tweet link, and it'll add the time and date for the tweet to your charts. Okay. Stoner Cats is genius, I think, says CryptoBull21. Vitalik is friends with Ashton. Yeah, I know, but I mean, just because they're friends doesn't mean he has voice acting chops. I just hope it doesn't end up as some. I hope it's not like some I hope it's not like some indie super cringe comedy, where.
What if he's really good?
Then I'll eat my private keys, all right, and I'll
eat my private keys. You're like a new age McAfee, just more realistic.
Yeah, we'll have him print out a paper wallet.
I'll eat my metaverse McAfee reference, right? Let's see here. The funds pay for the production. Well, how about Ashton Kutcher's multi-million-dollar fortune pay for the production, and then they market it in traditional ways. All right. I mean, I'm just being salty here. Kept me from selling my Fox. Imagine paying to see the show, says Rolo Maxis. Yes. Imagine losing hundreds of dollars in Ethereum gas thanks to failed transactions.
Yeah, and you don't get to see the show. Imagine paying $100 and not getting to see the show.
Well, imagine that. Imagine this though. Imagine doing that, paying it, not getting to see the show, ending up paying for it again to get it, seeing the show, and it's fucking garbage.
Yeah, with that formula, Netflix better watch out. Here comes the new blockchain-based programming. Let's see here, past and future episodes. Yes. Such a cash grab. It could. Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Total cash grab. And having been in the Discord, a lot of people was like 0.35 ETH, and we get to watch the show. It's like there's no revenue sharing model with your early investors in your project. No, nothing like that. Don't think it wasn't brought up to them before the minting, because I brought it up to their staff. I was like, you guys don't have any revenue sharing? Cough, cough, cough. So I know for a fact that it was brought up to them, having personally mentioned it in their Discord.
Because I did it.
Yeah. So, but I'm not the only person who thought who thought it was crazy that there was no revenue sharing for it. So it was not something that I was interested in holding on to, but I thought it was going to be a good flip, and it probably will be, but the gas wars, it wasn't worth it in my mind.
All right, well, we'll see how revolutionary that first episode is. Let's knock out these last few comments and get into today's show. David Rice, I see your request. Shout outs to David as well. Chico on YouTube writes, crazy to think the old perv from Family Guy is based on future Vitalik. Oh my god, dude, shut it down. That's funny, though. That is so funny. He's saying that Vitalik is actually the old man, the old perv.
The old, yeah.
Yeah.
Looking for Chris, yeah.
Yeah, future Vitalik is that old perv. Oh man, funny because it's probably closer to the truth than we even know.
You pigly sumbitch.
I don't recall them mentioning his voice in it though. All right, not too sure. The Rilla Maximus, I see your request.
You guys like the loud whistle, like the.
That one, yep.
I don't know how to do it though.
I can't either. He talks with a whistle.
It's like an S, yeah, whistle.
The
don't know how to do it.
whoever does the voice acting on that guy, my hat's off to him. He does a bang up job. All right, guys.
Plays the
Man, what
perfect.
time is it? It's almost 2. The intro took a while. I don't know how we're gonna come back with a hour-and-a-half installment of the show, but we're gonna certainly try. We got an hour left to knock out the latter half. So let's get into it. Alex, if you don't mind going live, I'm going to connect to you. And guys, get ready for the TA served up hot and fresh coming your way right now. In the meantime, I'm going to dive into the live chat. I'm going to start extracting everyone's requests. And we get into the request line, say 20, 30 minutes. That ought to do it. And here we are, connected to Alex's stream. Alex, you take over from here. I'll be back.
Okay. So this feels pretty clear to me that we're going to be breaking down from this area and retesting lower. So right now I'm watching the break of just general trend right here, just starting to break low, posing a bearish divergence here that's kind of still playing out. Let's see, lower high right here.
Yeah.
Still visible here on the 4-hour. We go to lower time frames. And this point of control we formed up in the liquidity of this wick right here. So imagine, let's go back in time just a little bit. Let's look at the VPVR right now. So you look at this volume right here. Well, let's see what happens in this area. Play forward. That's right. We form a point of control right in this, right in that spot, right in that order block of standing orders. So kind of fill that in here. We break our uptrend. We could trade sideways a little bit more, but I fully expect this to sweep down at least towards at least to retest what's this area right here. 36,000 area. But most likely, I still want that retest of 34, 35,000 that I had been discussing yesterday. Is the point of control right here around 35,000. And we also have this support resistance level right here. From. I guess it is drawn off the daily. Okay. Anyway, so that's what I'm looking for at this time on Bitcoin. Maybe we could push higher. I don't really see it right now. And at the very least, I think this spot gives you a really easy to define stop. If we look, we just closed a new 3-hour candle. We got a little bit more confirmation here. It looks pretty rough. I would just have my stop right on the other side of 41,000, and probably hold out here. Although I don't know, we could retest this area one more time. Push once, twice up here. I don't know. Like I said, I'm biased short here. I don't know exactly how it's going to happen or what the stop should be, but we feel topped out here at 40K right now. We really struggled here for a while, all day long. We couldn't really bust it. So I think we're headed down. It's interesting that some of the alts are showing a little bit more strength than Bitcoin in this spot right here. I guess I'm kind of agnostic on whether or not we're topped out here on Ethereum. Let's take a look. Do we have a trend? Do we have a broken trend at all?
Here's that we got the beginning of one.
We could call this an already broken trend right here. This is not great looking. Let's be a little bit more. Potentially we have a broken trend here. I do kind of like a retest of 2150 right here. Look, this volume right here in the 2000 to 2150 range. And then there's also the volume in 1900. I would be really shocked. I think we would all be really shocked if this area broke. Actually, it wouldn't be just me. I think we would all be like gripping our chairs, and it would be quite a fall down if we broke this area. I'm looking for a bounce here on Ethereum higher. Looking for a bounce higher. As Jack sort of intimated at the beginning of the show, Ethereum is showing a little bit of a sign of a reversal near support here. We'll see what happens. Right now, we're in the middle of this trading range. A break upwards would take us to new highs, probably near 9 million sats or so. But a breakdown would take us near 4 million sats. So this is going to be quite interesting to see what happens here. If we got this breakdown, it would take us back to the linear trend, and we're kind of eyeing that as a distinct potential here. Kind of just a return to the mean, and then continuation of the trend. So we see move up, come back down to the mean, move up, back down to the mean, big move, come back down, big move. What are we going to do? We're going to come back down to the linear trend again, right? So I think that's what I'm expecting here, that Ethereum will lose value against Bitcoin here for a bit. But we've got our trend line drawn out here, and if
wait for the break.
Yeah, and if we get a break upwards, then we know that's wrong, and we say, well, now we have evidence to the contrary. It's likely that we're going to move up here with the break of this trend line, and then we can start planning for what we're going to do now that we suspect that's kind of happening. So, all right. This isn't not what I wanted to look at, although it doesn't look great. It's not what you want to see. That looks to me like a break of trend.
That does indeed.
Yeah. And we're also below our Watt is firing off. We're below our long-term weekly moving average here. No bueno. Bad juju. All right, so things are, I would say today, just looking over the market, alts did better than Bitcoin. Okay, so that is reflected in the movement on Bitcoin dominance today. We're seeing a little bit of a pullback. On higher time frames, this still looks strong. This is hard to argue with. On the weekly here, lots of strength. On the 3-day, see a little bit of a pull back here on this 3-day candle, which does end in 6 hours. It's interesting. We'll have to take a look at more of the 3-day today. Uniswap perp, excellent. This is a breakout above this resistance level that we've been eyeing.
That's a full.
I think this gives us the opportunity for that sweep back up towards the higher areas of resistance. Like up here would be the area that I'm eyeing right here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, see that little bulge right here on BPVR.
Looks like the same range of Bitcoin.
Yeah. So let's move to. All right. So Dragon Perp, follow through on our bounce off of the long-term parabolic trend. If you all will recall, let's zoom out so you can look at that. Very interesting. Very interesting. We're actually still not over resistance on Dragon Perp. This is an area we just bridged over on Uniswap. If you look over, so boom, boom, boom. Here's us over this area. It's not true on Dragon Perp. Haven't breached it yet. DeFi is not yet there. We're actually kind of hanging right out inside of this resistance area right now. So see support here, resistance right here. Shitperp kind of winding up. It looked like we were pulling back a little yesterday, but as you can see on the 12-hour, our oscillator has kind of reset itself. We're crossing up. I still think we can sweep all the way up towards resistance here. We're going to take this as a measured move, boom, all the way back up here, guys. All the way back up towards resistance. Same on mid perp and shit perp. See the 12 hours resetting right here? I think we can do it. I think we can do it. We still have resistance overhead right here on mid caps and major alts. See it right here too. We're looking for this area. We're looking for resistance right here. Well, this is interesting. Well, if this uptrend breaks, then we'll know that alts are the correct choice. For now, I think this may just be an off day for Bitcoin. Perhaps after we get the pullback on Bitcoin, Bitcoin can take over the run for alts. We'll see what happens. Maybe my call to be, keep your eyes on Bitcoin only at the beginning of the week was premature. But we'll see. For right now, it's only like Uniswap coins, shitcoins, BSC coins that are like really pushing hard here in this spot, right? Only like the ultra shitcoin low caps. So this could just be a reflexive retail only rally that we're seeing in the low cap shitcoins. And if we don't get participation from institutions, we're just not going to get follow through, right? We just won't have enough of the market behind us. You'll have institutions shorting into retail, and then they'll run out of money. Retail will. So that's kind of how I see market conditions right now at this time. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Dixie. Wow. Big down day. Nice follow through here. This is kind of what we've been expecting for the last few days, ever since we topped out in this area over here, and especially once we broke through the bottom of this uptrend. At this time, I think I'm looking for some support in the 91 area. But yeah, I'm agnostic as to where or if we will find support. I just kind of want us to keep heading downwards, you know? This is really good for crypto. This is really good for traditional markets. Let's look at traditional markets. Surely, if the dollar is down this much, traditional markets have to be up, right? It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
Got it.
Dow Jones touching a new all-time high today. Maybe it did it. Maybe it turned resistance into support. Let's kind of highlight the area that I'm looking at here. Did we do it? Did we turn resistance into support here? We opened and closed today above this area of resistance, right? We opened and closed it. Well, we opened here, probably close it. Let's give it an hour. We opened and closed this 3-day candle above resistance. Huh. I'm not sold yet, but it's starting to become convincing. All right, well, it's sort of as expected considering the Dixie, but I don't, yeah. It's interesting. Yesterday's breakdown and bearish divergence is getting faded a little bit today. That would be crazy. I would be very surprised if we broke up here. I'd be happily surprised. We would all make so much more money if the market breaks up here, right?
I feel like I'm having deja vu right now.
Yeah. We have this conversation all the time.
I know, like I feel like this is. I was looking at the same chart. Like that's weird. And I think the last time it happened, it did break up.
Yeah, and the S&P here really is strong. This is no pussyfooting around here.
There's no pussyfooting around.
It's not. Yeah.
Get right out of town.
Right out of town. The 4 hour is pretty strong here, bottoming above zero. Okay, well, this is strong. This looks good. If we get follow through, it's going to be good for crypto, especially considering how everything is sitting in the market, with alts kind of being oversold, Bitcoin being positioned strongly. Silver showing a decent recovery today. Where's our downtrend at? It's our downtrend on silver. We've got a lot of resistance overhead. I still think we're going to break down here, but it's kind of an interesting movement on time transformation. Gold also reacting very strongly with the fall in the dollar today.
Yep, a little bit stronger than silver.
I actually no, less strong than silver. Silver's up 3%. Gold is up 1.5%.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Chart
But
looks better.
yeah, this is what we were expecting.
Look at that, break a trend, boom.
Yep. This is where we were yesterday. We had this break of trend, and we've been looking for this this movement upwards. I'm surprised at how quick it was. But
Yeah, right.
this would mean that we're going to get that follow through towards 1850 and probably into the 1900s. Palladium is still a dumpster fire here. This looks to me like push up into resistance some more. Still expecting movement down here. Platinum. This is not yet a strong enough reaction off of our buy zone for me to like really want to take this higher, but it's good that we're getting some buying in this area. It's a sign that we could end up moving off of the $1,000, $1,050 area. Brent crude.
V bottom.
Maybe. Where's our downtrend here?
See, it's coming in. That'll be interesting.
Will be interesting. It's like maybe it just doesn't make sense to be bearish here yet. I'm just not sold on this upward movement in BCO yet. This is the seller's really late in here. Buyers have not stepped in as strongly, but the truth is we are breaking the downtrend and we're breaking our moving average here. So at the very least, I bet you can take this back up towards the highs. We'll keep our eyes on it. Natural gas continues raging onwards. As I previously stated, I think we can safely expect this to head towards $4.53, at least. Wheat seems to have found support here on the weekly. Resistance here, support here. I like this for long here. Should be getting continuation long signal at the end of today. Aussie economy just hanging out in the highs right now. I'm interested to see if we can make new highs. France, if you guys will remember, we took this measured move yesterday, and actually that was kind of our target, wasn't it? The target is the previous high.
Yep, that was exactly the target. Boom. Retracement back to point A.
Yeah. Haven't quite reached it. Maybe one more push higher, but I'm eager to see what happens next here with this pattern. Just sideways here on Hong Kong. UK kind of recovering here. $71.50 is still the target area to beat. Indian economy still hanging out in resistance. I still don't like this. Japan found some support here. I still see a lot of resistance overhead. I would expect to see follow through here down towards 26.4. You crazy son of a bitch, Netherlands. You're breaking upwards.
Yep. We talked about that.
Yep, it's going to do it. So the measured move here takes us to put it back on linear mode. Oh, I had already marked it out here in the past. Thank you, Alex of the past.
You're welcome.
Okay, guys, so this looks like it's going to be a really stellar long here with the break of this trend.
Another round.
Singapore breaking upwards. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Okay. My body is ready. I'm prepared to be wrong. I'm prepared to long the hell out of the entire market here. Make me wrong, market. Make me wrong.
I mean, that would kind of imply that the dollar is going to continue to head down. It would also be good for crypto, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be curious to see what happens over this weekend.
Taiwan is actually acting as expected here. We were looking for this pull, the sharp pull back up towards the point of control that's formed in this area. I still think this is overall bearish. I still think we got a big move downwards here coming for the Taiwan index. Uh, 10-year bonds, 10-year UK bonds. I see a break of trend and a lower high. No bueno, break of trend right there. A lower high right here. Ten-year bonds pulling back. Break of trend, not yet, but almost. Two-year, oh yeah. This is gonna be good. When the 2-year pulls back, I'm definitely gonna crow a little bit about this one. This is kind of what we're expecting, a movement all the way back up to test the resistance right here. A sharp movement downwards. So this is really interesting. If bonds are going to pull back here, ooh. If bonds are going to pull back here and the dollar is going to pull back here, then we could get a... We don't have a break of trend here yet. It looked kind of like we might have one, but... Yeah, not yet. Not yet. If we break down on the dollar and on bonds, that is so good for speculative assets. It's going to be good for stocks. It's going to be good for crypto. I don't know what would precipitate that, but I'd be glad to have it. Tell you what, let's go ahead and start looking at chart reports.
Yeah, certainly down for that. The time.
Oh wait, one last thing.
Yeah, go
one
ahead.
last thing. The Russell 2000. So we're going to keep our eyes on this. Right now, it kind of looks like as if we're breaking back up into this. Small caps have been looking really interesting over the last few weeks. They're at the bottom of their Bollinger Bands right now. So the small caps have actually had a bigger day than the NASDAQ or the S&P or the Dow. They're up almost a full %. So it's kind of interesting looking here. There's something for us to keep our eyes on. Okay, now let's do the chart reports.
All right, let's get right into those. I'm going to load in the first request now. And we're about 20 minutes to go for that chest opening as well. Don't have too many requests to deal with these this afternoon. So we should be fine for time. Let's just quickly put the first request up and get right into today's first request line item. It's Daniel. Daniel on Actually, actually, hold on. Is it? Yes, it's Daniel. Jack, you should look at the Solar Wind token project. Okay, well, this one, if you're asking me to look into it, some fundamentals, that's a separate matter. But let me see here if there is a token to go with this and if it's chartable. And that's maybe the most we can give this thing a stab. Solar Wind token.net. Here it is on CoinJournal. Where is here it is on...
You had time to prepare for this.
I did. I'm sorry. I was AFK for a few minutes. I forgot that this one needed a little research. Solar Wind token's called SLW. All right. Sorry, guys. SLW coin is... All right. It's a Binance Smart Chain token, top trading pairing Pancake Swap. So this one's going to require that metamorphosis.chartx.pro.
It could go up. The problem is there's just you guys are gonna have a hard time seeing this because of the screen, but there's just not a lot of liquidity here. There's about $60,000 of liquidity. I don't really think this is very much tradable at this time, unless you're trading with like a couple $100 at a time. My advice would be to find something else with just maybe just a little bit more liquidity. But yeah, sure. I look at this and I think that the number could go up. This looks like it's got room to move up here. Especially if we can, close above this area. So those are my feelings on it. Yes, it could go up, but there's just... It's really hard to get a good... The least amount of volume is going to move this market, which is bad for you because it's going to give you an awful entry and it's going to give you an awful exit. Just something to think about. What's next?
All right, there is a look at Solar Wind token. Crazy Chicken Boy.
Up here. Liquidity, $55,000 liquidity. That's it. That's all you got to work with, right?
Yeah, this is like a micro cap if I ever heard of one. Guys, tread carefully on this one, and maybe an opportunity to at least do some research before you throw down on some obscure token. All right, Crazy Chicken Boy, I don't know if you're trolling me on account of looking at Solar Wind token, but he's I got a request, DEC Dark Energy Crystals. Okay, hold on, I'll add that to the request line. I'll see if I can dig that up before we get to it.
I bet it's a real thing. Yeah, it's a real thing.
It's a real thing. All right, well, I was going to add that to the list later. Don't even bother looking at that just yet. I'll add it to the list. Let's look at something a little less obscure, something a little more productive this afternoon, and it's going to be Crypto Cash on YouTube. Thinking of selling all my Chainlink and buying MATIC. What are your feelings?
Hey.
Yeah, if you could, please do demonstrate.
So MATIC USDT divided by Link USDT.
Not easy, eh?
Yeah, this gives us a MATIC Link chart. So upwards means MATIC is gaining on Link. Downwards means Link is gaining on MATIC. Just so you guys understand what this is. MATIC to Link. So it's really extended here. I think most likely this is telling us that Link is going to gain against MATIC coming up in the near term. I think it's most likely this is going to go down here. So I don't with this being a synthetic chart, I wouldn't really trust a lot of these quote-unquote support resistance levels because it's not a chart other people are necessarily trading. But this just gives us an interesting idea of just a more appropriate ratio between the two of them. Could even be half as much down here. for 0.025 MATIC per link. It's be interesting. Okay, that's all I have to say on it. What's next?
All right, well, there were some thoughts on MATIC Link, an interesting little exercise today. Thank you to Crypto Cash. Well, let's have a look at the next request, shall we? It's going to be Luna and THETA for Pilo323 on Twitch. Can you guys please look at Luna? Sure.
Luna is actually right inside of the area that we were targeting, right? Actually, here. I'll just extend it. There we go. So I could see us push up maybe just a little bit higher towards $13 even. But I would start looking to take profits, some take profits in this area. Man, but the volume up here is so beautiful. Like, look at that volume up here. It's $18. You'd be tempted to just reach up and grab that. Just push. I would wait for some kind of pullback. Right now, we're way too overextended to look to be entering in this area. We could keep going. If we did keep going, it wouldn't necessarily surprise me. But at this time, we're just too overextended to enter in this spot. So Luna and THETA USDT.
That's correct.
If this closed above $6 and $6.25, $6.50, this area right here, and we got a continuation signal, then this could be an interesting trade. Right now, it looks like it's gonna try and give us a continuation signal here, and I don't quite like it yet. I really want to see just a move up above this resistance right here, and then if we did, it would feel like a recovery back into this trading range. You see, so support here, boom, support, 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 support. We break down, we recover back over into the support area, and then sellers step in right here, and they're not able to make any headway. So push, 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 and then if buyers are able to bring us back up into 625, 630, then it becomes much more interesting, right? So it's like sellers just weren't able to make any headway. Just bam, we live back in this trading range now. Okay, well, if we live here now, we're just going to explore the rest of this trading range, right? We're probably going to go all the way back up towards, we're going to swing back towards this higher level of resistance we're kind of looking for on the alts in general, right? That's what I've kind of pointed out, just like movement back upwards into this area. Okay. What's next?
All right, well, there's a look at THETA, and it was Luna. Yes, Luna and THETA for Pilo323 on Twitch. Yes, speaking of Luna, he did kill that trade, Alex, on Luna. Pilo, be sure to check out the premium. If you want to catch signals like Luna in advance, you're just looking to get into it now. Would you have loved to have swept the earlier profit? Do check out premium.crackingcryptocurrency.com for some advanced features. With that said, let's go ahead and get to the next request. Boris Bitcoin, hello friends. Thoughts on the TD9 setup on BTC and Ethereum daily? Alex, do you do TD sequential?
I don't. I'm sorry, I don't even have a TD indicator that I use.
Jason, do you know anything about TD sequentials? Anybody in here want to chart TD9? Do let us know.
Well,
Boris.
if it's a TD9, then that means there's a chance that we get a pullback in this spot. But you guys already know, I think that there's a pullback in this spot. So all I would say is like, okay, that's confluence for what our other TA is saying. So if you say there's a TD9 setup, then I believe you. There's a TD9.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yes,
I think that's a sufficient answer on that one. Sorry, Boris, we couldn't actually do a TD sequential for you on
really
this.
nothing bad for it. If it's a TD9, then it's TD9,
Yep.
and that would just have confluence with our other stuff.
Exactly. All right, perfect and appropriate. Let's head into the next request. Let me check the time out here. All right, we are about 8 minutes to go for opening the chest. In the meantime, right on Rice, David Rice on D Live writes, can we look at ZIL, Cardano, KCS? All right, repacker requests. Very briefly, ZIL.
ZIL is less interesting than a lot of other tokens that we've looked at. We do have a break of the downtrend here. That's good. But we're still hanging out below resistance. Let's move this. This was our like buy-in area that we were eyeing, which ended up being like a good buy zone here. So that's good. That's nice. But the resistance area that I'm eyeing right now is right here. So this is the area where we have crested over this on the Uniswap perp, which represents the various Uniswap shitcoins. Let's see here. It's the similar area that we've worked above here. Not over it here. See the difference? Mm-mm. Huh? So this is just, it doesn't look as strong. So we're not as interested in ZIL in this spot, especially while we're still underneath this resistance level. So I'm not interested in it yet. ZIL, what's next?
We had Cardano, ADA.
All right. Well, looks to me like we're still trapped underneath resistance right here. Getting a cross under on time transformation. Let's zoom out. What is... So this trend line is this less parabolic trend here we broke below. Now we're testing the other side of. Doesn't look great. What's ADA Bitcoin look like? At this time, you gotta look at this and think, well, maybe we get a bounce here, but if we do, we haven't gotten it yet. It's better just assume we're gonna keep following the trend downwards here, and most likely, it's just not the right time to be in ADA. We're gonna wait for more of a retracement, and then once ADA Bitcoin starts looking stronger, and we think it could outperform Bitcoin, then it might be a good choice. What's next?
Finally, we have KCS. Google shares.
Well, it looks like it has turned support into resistance in this spot. I think this looks like a really good continuation short right now, actually. Right? Like we tried for several days to get above this resistance level. Push, 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 push. And we just couldn't. We just couldn't get above this level. Let's look on lower time frames. Ooh. Yeah, it certainly looks as if we're going to get a pullback here. Maybe back towards $6.50. See this as one larger range here. The volume down here at $2.50 looks real interesting. I'll say that. Well, there's also some interesting volume around the highs. We'll see what happens. This is interesting. What's next?
All right, now I know what the CS stands for in KCS. Go ahead and get into the next request. It's Rolo Maximus on DLive. Could you take a look at the WaterCrest? I mean, I call this the WaterCrest. It's WCRES.
Sure. So wrapped Cresco fin, for those of you who don't know, this is actually like part stock, part crypto related stuff. Get out of my way. A linear, okay. I like trying to be a buyer around $9.50, $10. I really like this area down here to be a buyer. It looks like we're getting a little bit of a pullback right now. I bet if we pulled out time transformation, you'd see we're crossing under right here, and we have a distinct break of uptrend right here. So I would try and be a buyer right near $10.50, $10, just anywhere down in this area. And then I do think WCRES will come back up towards the previous resistance and support area here. Sweep back towards the top like we're looking for on all the other alts. Doesn't this look so much like all the other alts now that it's done like this, right? It's basically just like everything else. Not so different. So pull back, sweep towards the highs. Just like we have drawn out over here on mid caps. Not so different, right? Not so different. What's next?
All right, yes, indeed. Well, what is next is the chest. Chest is going to open in about 20 seconds, guys. If you're hearing this message, by the time you look at your screen, that prompt should be appearing. Get ready. Here come the DLive lemons at the strike of 2:45 my time. Here we go. Lemons just got added to the chest. And any second now, I'm going to be clicking distribute rewards. Yeah, here come the lemons, gentlemen. Beautiful. Lemons distribution in progress. Let's go introduce that next request in the meantime. Bear with me here 1 second. Where is it? Oh, there it is. All right. Stand by 1 second. I just need another moment here to adjust this on-screen preview. 6 seconds to go. Good luck with the lemon giveaway. In the meantime, we have ENJ for Mr. Ether. He wants to look at ENJ USD. Also,
Yep.
Big shout outs to today's big winners. Crypto Bull, as always, you're in first with 112 lemons. Crypto Bull, the secret to the lemon success. Taz Blitz with 64 lemons. Boris Bitcoin 47. Franklin MC with 37. And yours truly with 31. Thanks everybody who participated. Back to ENJ.
It's nothing really that special about it right now. Alex, you sly devil. Look at that.
Nailed it.
He did. Alex of the past. So incredible. I think I'm targeting $2 if we move up from here, but we're still not above resistance really. We keep closing below it. Look at this level. Resistance, 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 resistance. We're still below it here. Haven't broken the uptrend yet. Okay, well, I'll tell you, if we can close above $1.45, $1.50, then I think you can be pretty sure we'd be headed towards $2 pretty quickly. That's probably the best way to play it. If you can't buy it back near the lows of $1, then buy it above $1.50 and take it to $2. What's next?
All right, well, there is Alex's thoughts on ENJ. Thank you, Mr. Ether, for that request. All right, only a couple requests left now. Less than 15 minutes to go in the show. Let's see what else we can knock out the list today. Boris on YouTube writes, can I request ENJ? We just did that, but he also wants to look at GRT, Groot. Let's go look at the graph in the meantime.
I like this because we're hanging out near the lows and we're essentially hanging out in the liquidity of these wicks. And I feel just sure that we're going to pop up back towards the top of this trading range. But this isn't really a long that we can take right now. We're inside of the moving average. We don't have enough momentum here. So at this time, I won't be taking this. But I could see us easily going back towards 75 cents a dollar. We're retesting those areas. Those are nice psychological areas. Those are my feelings on it. It's probably a good trade. It's just one we oh look, see, we're even starting to get a break of the downtrend right there. It's not ready for us yet. But it's not fully cooked. What's next?
All right, there's a look at GRT. Let's get into the next request. Crypto Bull 21 requesting pancake versus the dollar.
I'll find you, data. Ha. So this area right here is what we need to flip. Do you see? So resistance, support, 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 resistance, resistance right here. Very critical area. What is this? 1475, 1525. It's basically $15, okay? We're above $15, we're good to go. We can retest $30, maybe even $40. We stay below $15, we're not good to go. We're probably going to end up retesting $10 right down here below, which we've wicked down to, but we have not traded down in that area. Do this back on the daily. Not a great look here with this lower time frame pullback. Break of the uptrend on lower time frames. Yeah. Fix that just a little bit. There we go. Yep, I think it's more likely to be pulling back here. If we close above $15, then that'd be a different story. Then we could talk. Until then, not interested in it. What's next?
All right. Well, there was a look at Pancake Swap. Thank you, Crypto Bull, for that one. Hopefully that did it. Yes, he says awesome and thank you. It was our pleasure. The 14, nearly $15 Pancake Swap, everyone. Let's get into the next request. Let's see here. Maybe I need to move this one up because I thought you were trolling earlier, but in fact these are real requests. Crazy Chicken Boy wants to look at DEC, Dark Energy Crystal. Now here's the problem with DEC. I don't know if this is some chart. Oh wait, this is Pancake Swap. I don't think this is something you'll easily chart, Alex. It's only trading. It's a Tron-based token. Its only trading pair is on Tron Trade.
We may not be able to chart it.
I
will check CoinTrader.
Yep. Maybe just type in Dark Energy Crystals. Base Energy.
Well, I'll be damned. Here you go, buddy.
There you go.
Yeah, it is definitely too late.
Goodbye. How much of a move is that in the last week?
Well,
is it 3x, 10x?
It definitely. I think it's like 3 or 4x. I'll take a look. Yeah, 3x, 4x actually.
Nice.
Yeah, maybe keep going up. I don't know. I wouldn't enter here. I don't know anything about it, and I certainly won't be buying anything on Tron. So those are my feelings. What's next?
All right. Well, this gentleman here, Crazy Chicken Boy, had one other request, and he says it's a new one. Great. It's called SPS. What is SPS? It's called Splinterlands. Okay. This is a Binance Smart Chain based token. Top trading pair Gate.io, followed by Pancake Swap. Maybe a ChartX, a Metamorphosis jobby.
Yeah, this isn't really enough. This isn't really enough data for us to want to do anything with it anyway.
It is fairly new, yep.
Yeah, not interested, buddy. Interesting amount of liquidity and volume, though. It looks like it's getting a pullback here. Big candle, medium candle, small candle, pullback. Yeah. What's next?
All right. Thank you, Crazy Chicken Boy. We gave those two relatively obscure tokens our best shot. Best of luck in your trading journey, Mr. Chicken Boy. Here is one of the last requests of the day. It's for B-Flow. He asks, is CGG looking good to send it?
Okay. Well, look.
CGG.
Out of here. It's Chain Guardians Governance.
It's that one.
Maybe so. We do seem to be breaking through this this downtrend I've got drawn here. I don't know. I just don't like this spot. I think it might be wise to expect a little bit more sideways, a little bit more accumulation before we take off. But I mean, it looks good. It's accumulating, I think. What's next?
All right. Well, there was a look at the Chain Guardians governance token. Only got another couple of requests left. Ali in the YouTube chat, can you take a look at Solana and Maker? He asks. All right. One or the other, maybe both, depending how generous you're feeling.
Solana looks pretty good here. This has done a really good job of holding our support. Here, let's borrow this. Support kind of here in this area. Boom, 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 boom. We only ever wick down here in my buy area just the once. It's kind of crazy. Might be inclined to take this as a continuation long signal. It doesn't look too bad. Where would we be targeting? What would that look like? I think there's some sense to this trade. Our stop's back underneath the daily baseline. Our target is right up here in this area of support resistance. So we'd be taking profit. Good time. Okay. I think Sol has some potential here. What's the Bitcoin pair look like? We'll see what happens here. Especially if we get a break up here on Sol Bitcoin, then I think that trade could be a very nice one. What's next?
Maker, very briefly.
This is an example of something that that has broken above that area of support and resistance. So right here. Resistance, resistance, support, support, resistance. Right here. Here we are breaking above it. I feel like if we can close, this is already a good spot. There's just no good signal for us to take right here. Do you know? Where we've already been moving up for quite a while here. I think it could keep moving up, but without a new signal, there's just nothing I really want to do with it. It doesn't look bad.
Not looking bad, but not quite yet. Anything to take action on, according to Alex's personal take. There you have your look, Ali, at Solana Maker. All right, finally, we only got a minute or two left in the show. And I'm going to move this request up because I like throwing a bone to new users. ACU5 on YouTube. Welcome to the show. If you're joining us a little late. We're about to wrap things up. But hey, if you follow and subscribe, we come live every day, Monday through Friday, 2 hours a day. So if it's not this request, we can always fill in another one. Look forward to having you back on the show, ACU5. In the meantime, let's look at ACU's request. He writes, mind checking out the Coinbase price chart. Yep. Coin, the ticker coin. Let's see what the Coinbase stock is up to.
Okay, this is our last one, FYI.
Deal.
It's up to nothing, man. It's still hanging out inside this trading range. I still like being a buyer around $200 and being a seller around $250. We break above 250, then we'll talk about 300, maybe higher. All right.
All right, cool. That's a very brief look at Coinbase stock. Thank you, Mr. ACU5, for stepping in and dropping that request in. Brief shout outs to Crypto Husao, who requested a look at XRP. Sorry we couldn't get to XRP, Crypto Husao, but do come back tomorrow. I'm certain I will get your XRP looked at. Nice Hash login on YouTube was requesting FEG as well. Sorry we couldn't get to FEG. Check back tomorrow. And Toes in the Sand wanted to look at .USDT. Toes, sorry we weren't able to get to your request either, but Toes, be sure to stop in for the tomorrow's installment. I'm sure we can give Dot a fair shake there and then. All right. Let's move to wrap the show. Jason, are you still with us? Did you disappear on us, Jason? Did you fall asleep, Jason? Jason.
Oh, have you guys not been hearing me?
Nope.
What the fuck?
All right. Well, you're back now.
That's weird.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. Your icon isn't even flashing either. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. Oh, there it is. That's the issue here
How long
too.
you haven't heard me?
I don't know, maybe 20-30 minutes.
Really? Jesus.
Well, you've been commenting this whole time?
Yeah. That's why I was like, man, I must not be funny today.
I have no idea what happened. Maybe unless I'm tripping, tell me, guys in the audience. Nobody heard Jason for the last 30 minutes, right? Taz Blitz on D Live says, thanks, guys. David Rice, thanks for an awesome show. Great edutainment. Thank you so much for your kind words, David, as always. Crypto Bull 21, B-Flow, and Mr. Ether killing it with their lemon contributions all times. Yes, we missed the jokes, said Crypto Bull 21. Damn it. Let's see here. Top contributors all time. Oh yeah, you know what? I've never actually clicked this on here, Crypto Bull. Thank you so much for clicking this, or informing me of this. You can actually, on DLive, on the top right where it shows top contributors, you can toggle it to show all-time top contributors, and whoa, pretty crazy. Mr. Ether has donated 22,000 lemons to us all time. Miss Lambo Dreams has donated over 11,000 lemons all time, and B-Flow in third place with over 10,000 lemons given away. Incredible stuff. Where have all of these lemons gone to? I guess we've distributed them and given them away. It's a little bit of a recycling plant of lemons here, guys. All right, here we go. We're going to move to wrap. As always, you know where to find us. Check out the premium offerings available at premium.krakencryptocurrency.com. You want access to signals direct from the lab, where our analysts work so hard on developing and cultivating only the finest, most risk-assessed signals out there. You can find those along with education material, community mentorship sessions on Wednesdays, Pathways to Profits course, premium members lounge. The list goes on and on. You can learn a lot about all our premium offerings by checking out premium.krakencryptocurrency.com. Finally, there's the Discord, including Discord's new content channel. If you do check out our Discord, discord.krakencryptocurrency.com, you'll notice there's a channel called New Content. That's where I drop the timestamps after the show wraps. If you do want to check out the replay, timestamps are there, as well as in the description on YouTube. Usually 30-60 minutes or so after the show wraps up, we do get the timestamps added to the YouTube description. Easily reference any of your favorite tokens. Did you miss our look at Solar and Wind, or Solana, or ZIL, or any of the others? You can, of course, check back and easily figure out where we looked at those with the timestamps below. All right, excellent. Not a whole lot to add here. Alex looking at the Juvie, the Juventus team token over there just a second ago. And yeah, we're 5 after 3, 2 hours perfectly in the bag. Thank you again, everybody who kicked it with us this afternoon. We're going to be back tomorrow, Friday for the final installment in July. Yeah, I think that, yeah, definitely. Last episode of July comes your way tomorrow. Will the monthly candle close on Bitcoin? We are going to, of course, be looking at the monthly chart tomorrow on tomorrow's installment. All right, is that it? Crypto Bull asked, does CC get anything?
Bro, every time.
Yes, okay, I'm going. All right, sorry, I will cover this later. Much love, guys. Final words to our analysts. Let's go.
Trade safely, guys.
Yeah. It should be interesting these next few days. If you're not sure on your positions, just it's okay to sit on your hands and let the market prove it to you, because we could go either way at this point.
All right. Peace out. Much love. Catch you Friday.
All right. Goodbye.
All right. All right.